Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to Holy Spirit Her Ministries. My name is Shannon, and I want to welcome you to my channel. So, I have a very quick message. Trust God in this waiting season. Trust God in what He is doing. I know that sometimes when it seems like God is silent and you may not know what He's doing and you may not know what He has planned for you next, and you may be tempted to take matters into your own hands, and you may be tempted to do things swiftly when God may be telling you to slow down or to be still or to rest. And you don't want to rush ahead of God when you have no idea what He is planning for you. I promise you, God has a very special plan orchestrated just for you. He has a purpose for you. He has a marriage for you. He has children for you. He has a ministry for you. He has a business for you. Whatever it is that you're believing God for, whatever the Lord has told you, please trust Him in this process. Because if you do not trust God, then you could make the mistake of getting into something that may delay you from His actual plan. I know it's so easy to get discouraged in a time like this because we want what we want, right? And we want what we want fast and at a certain time. And especially when you're going through a pruning, when you're going through a healing, when you're going through some sort of process that may not feel comfortable to you, we want this instant gratification. And instant gratification does not last, y'all. You can really get yourself into a lot of trouble with instant gratification. It's best to just be patient. And I know patience is like, that's a cuss word to a lot of us. Patience is not always fun. It's not something that is favorable. But let me tell you something. When you go to a restaurant, when you order something that you know is going to take a while, you're patient and you're waiting on that food because you know that it takes time to cook that steak. If you like it well done, I don't like well done steak because it's a little bit hard. But if you like your steak well done, you know you're going to have to wait some time for that steak to be done. You know you're going to have to wait for them greens to cook. You know you're going to have to wait for them sweet potato fries to cook. You're going to have to wait for that entire meal to cook. But it's so rewarding because once you get that meal, you're going to be so grateful. It's going to be satisfying. It's going to fill your belly. It's so much better than a quick, fast McDonald's run where you get the meal within like 10 minutes or less. You don't want a popcorn microwavable blessing. You want a blessing that God has taken His time with, that God has orchestrated for you so perfectly, that God has really taken the time to weave and to mold and to shape and to grow and to heal and to help and to just take His sweet, precious time, because that's how much He cares about you. That's how much He values you. That's how much He values the things that He has for you. He doesn't want to give it to you too fast. And He also does not want you underprepared for the things that He has for you. And He also doesn't want your promise to be underprepared for you. And even when you get to that point, yes, there still may be some work to do, but there is a certain level of preparation that may still need to be done. And I want you to trust God in that. I want you to know and believe that He loves you and that He sees you, He hears you, He understands how you feel. And I want you to get into your word. Remind yourself what God says about you. Those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount up on wings like eagles. They will run and not get weary. They will walk and not faint. Wait on the Lord. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. And trust Him. Remember what He said about you. Remember to keep hope alive. Remember that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Don't lose your faith because you don't see it. Continue to keep the faith in God and know that everything is going to work out exactly the way He has planned it to. Thank you so much for tuning in to Holy Spirit Her Ministries, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.